Hi guys, so I thought I would get on here quick and update you a little bit. I won't be responding to any more of the haters. I mean, if you're not going to leave support and you're not going to say something kind or supportive toward victim survivors, I won't be commenting on your comments anymore. They've gotten pretty obnoxious and vicious. So just as a side, I'm not Catholic. I went to the Catholic Church for 20 years with my ex-husband. It's a beautiful, organized religion. I recommend it, even though, yes, they have problems. Everybody has problems nowadays with dealing with some of these issues. Either you know someone, you're suffering yourself, or maybe a neighbor, a family member at work. Collectively, this is all coming out now. So we're all going to be somewhat involved in this, either directly or indirectly. So I'm not Catholic, but it has a mystical tradition, and I was baptized Methodist, just so the haters know. But we've talked enough about the Catholic Church, and that's why I started to bring up other religions. I don't feel very well today. I don't look very good. I thought things would calm down here as I agreed to leave once again. This has been over 20 times, not counting all the hotels and the campsites. But these people continue. This device has been on my face now. My eyes are blurry. I took care of my ex-husband. He had glaucoma. He went to see Dr. Selbert, which is a close, popular friend of theirs in the city. Popular doctor, has been a friend of theirs in the West End for a long time. My eyes are blurry. This device is burning my face. It's targeted. I think of it somehow when my ex-husband was getting laser surgery towards the end, and I was taking him back and forth to the hospital thinking he was going to be blind or have other problems. His mother was legally blind. We took care of her for 20 years, and this is what they're doing to me now. I have a cataracts now after a year of this type of burning. My legs are full of cellulite. It's like, I can imagine, I'm trying to think to you how to describe it. It's like when you take a roast, ladies, and you put it in the oven and you put it in the oven and you cook it, and the grizzle. We usually got eye of the rounds, but if you have the regular roast and you put it in and it says grizzle and it falls and it's greasy, that's what my legs look like now, just full of cellulite. This burning goes on all night. It sounds like, it feels like you're on a horrible heating pad that you can't shut off. That's at night. During the day, it's targeted. It's targeted on my ovaries. It's targeted on my face, oftentimes when lay down. So you're not allowed to lay down. You're not allowed to sit in a chair. You're not allowed to work in the kitchen. You're not allowed to do anything. You can't sleep. You can't do much of anything. I haven't been out in a year. And it's pointed at my shoulders. It's been pointed at my head, which is pretty bad. So this is what's going on with no health insurance here. And I do have a cataracts now. And my health is deteriorating. There are no rentals in Amsterdam. I was told I won't be able to rent. Nobody's going to rent from me. So this is where we are, and I have been crying nonstop because more of this comes out with this Jo Marie that has her hair salon, that I stopped in to see her and ask her what was going on, why these people were calling me a prostitute. I had forgot how far back this went. They were all friends with my mother. So she's been lying right along. She was involved with this young guy, Scotty, who was good friends with my ex-husband at the gym. This was ongoing drama. They were all together. I was trying to put it together with my mother because my mother was involved with this group too. I found out that my ex-husband and my mother had an inappropriate relationship, which is what was brought up to me by various people. Her aunt and her mother used to babysit for me years ago, and they had to inform me when recently they got a boat slip next to me when I was first met. I should say recently. I'm starting to get a little upset because I have to put all this together myself, because obviously law enforcement continues to think this is a joke around here. Her boyfriend, Don, actually got a boat slip. He thought it was so funny right next to us when we first got married, and it was an ongoing joke because they are in some sort of swingers club. I thought it was just an extramarital affair, but this is the group that continues with these kind of heinous things and making up these allegations about me. My mother was involved with these people. She's been friends with them a long, long time. This Jo Marie has lied repeatedly to me. I asked her a couple times about what was going on. I went various times to get my hair done, but this is the kind of group that continues this, and they're connected. I did write some things down. It's very difficult to process all this when all my assets were stolen, and she goes off to Saratoga with my ex-brother-in-law, and getting these big, beautiful new homes, and everybody's traveling and doing all this stuff, and I couldn't even buy back my little $40,000 two-family that my ex-husband didn't want. So there's no rentals. I have nowhere to live now. This burning and this harassment continues. The inappropriate relationship that my mother had with my ex-husband was around this time. My husband went on third shift, my ex-husband, or second shift, and they were all together snowmobiling. It was a rather large group. This Scotty, Joe Marie, Plunk, they were all at the gym recently making up a bunch of things and getting me kicked out. The Filibertos, a very prominent, wealthy family in the, that they were all friends with snowmobiling. The Casellas, who had a business here, Meatland. So this horrible stuff continues here. So I will continue speaking out and talking about it because I still don't have a place to live, and these people are allowed to continue. My ex-brother-in-law come up on when I Googled because he's over there too, and my house is the first house on his roster of homes he sold. So yeah, my ex-brother-in-law sold my own home while they were building $1 million house, and people keep telling me, why do you keep talking about this stuff? Because it doesn't stop, because it continues. Because after taking care of these people that were just about blind, my ex-husband, mother-in-law was, for over 20 years, this is the device they're using. They're involved with this Dr. Selbert and this Debbie in the West End that she's a receptionist that worked for him for 20 years. And this is what these people can do, what they've been doing. I took care of him for 20 years, and I have to sit here and I can't see, my eyes are getting blurry. So I am going to continue to talk about it because it doesn't stop, because it needs to stop, and they need to stop doing this. And I need to be able to move on with my life too, like everybody else. And I'll get more into this disgusting relationship these people had. And then when they locked me up, they told me it was all a delusion. So this is why we need to keep discussing it, because this stuff follows me everywhere. And it needs to stop because I can't get housing and I can't work now, and I need to work and I need to get housing. Be safe out there, guys.